What is going on, guys? It is the Insomniac. I am wearing this fancy jacket and tie because I never get to wear them. And this is another episode. I got a question from my friend Renee. Thank you, Renee, for the question. And her question was, what draws people to scary things? I love this question because I am one of those people that is drawn to scary things. I love scary things, be it a video game, a movie, something like Marble Hornets, which is a video series on YouTube that follows something called Slender Man, which is a made-up internet scary guy. And, I love these kinds of things so much. So, why I am drawn to these things is because I love the shock. I love that shock value. I actually am just starting to watch a show called American Horror Story, which I love. It is great. And it's not just about, for me, it's not just about that that boo aspect of it. Most of the times, I know when that big jump is coming. Most of the times, shows and movies and games that can get me to jump like that, I love, because I rarely get that through games and movies and stuff. So it's not all about that for me. It's also about plot development and how good the game or the movie is. Paranormal Activity and Paranormal Activity 2 are two movies that people think are very, very scary. I do not personally, because... Don't worry about it. Because, I don't... They never made me jump, and in truth, the characters were kind of boring and bland to me. It wasn't something that was very scary to me. Paranormal Activity 3 actually looks pretty good, I think, but... And I want to go see scary stuff and judge it for myself, because I don't agree with a lot of other people about it. There are a few people who I will let, I'll say, how was this scary thing that you saw? Or how was this scary movie? And they'll say, oh my god, it was the best thing, or oh, it fucking sucked. And those people, I know we have this, similar movie tastes, or similar movie, we have similar tastes in those kind of movies. So I'll go see it based off their, I'll go see it or won't go see it based off of how they thought about it. Some people, I'll say, how did you like it? And they'll say, oh, it was the worst. And I'll say, well, I want to go see it for myself anyway, because I want to make that judgment, because a lot of times I'll like movies that people hate, and I'll be like, hey, it was entertaining to me, so it really doesn't matter, right? I love plot development in scary movies and stuff like that. I really loved, The Haunting in Connecticut. I thought it was a really good movie. Not only because it was creepy, because, you could follow the story a lot. I really loved the movie. It was called Let the Right One In. And I will not have this confused with Let Me In. Let Me In is a stupid, fucking American remake bullshit movie. Let the Right One In. Foreign film, fantastic, awesome. It's about a vampire. And if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen the movie Let the Right One In, go see it. It's a great movie. It's creepy, it's scary, it's got a great plot development, it's got a great story to it, and I really love that movie. But I'm drawn to that just, I don't know, I've always loved the dark, and I've always loved the mysterious, aspect of it, and I think people really like that. I think people are drawn to scary things because they're not real. It's the same reason why people are drawn to fantasy things, why people are drawn to Twilight and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, and Avatar, these things are so huge because they're not reality. People are drawn to movies about reality, heart-wrenching, like Pursuit of Happiness, this heart-wrenching true or story, or, oh, I can relate to that. But people are also drawn to this opposite side of, these movies and these books and things like that are so unreal. And I think that's why people are drawn to scary things so much. That's why people are drawn to things that aren't, that aren't real. Or that are so abnormal and so creepy. I actually read a book about this guy who was a cannibal in Germany. And it sounds really weird, I know, but it was a really good book. I thought it was a really good book because it's a true story. This guy actually went on chat rooms and got together with people who had the fantasy of wanting to be killed and eaten. And he killed and ate these people and wrote, journals about it. Wrote journals about how he, cut up somebody and into different, parts of their body, like cows. And that was interesting to me because it was so abnormal. You don't hear about that kind of thing ever. And, you know, it's not because I'm like, oh, you know, oh, yeah, cannibals. You know, that shit was fucked up. But I thought it was interesting just for the fact that, you know, it never happens. Well, I mean, it obviously happens, but rarely do you hear things about it. And so, I mean, that's why I think people are drawn to scary things and creepy things, because they don't, you know, they're not something that's an everyday occurrence. You know, if I made a movie about me sitting on my ass in front of the computer watching YouTube videos, how many people are gonna watch it? Even though it's a thing, you know, it's a thing that happens every day. People do it all the time. Not a lot of people are gonna watch that. If I make a movie about a fucking monster that comes out on my computer and haunts me and makes me fucking kill people, that's something that people may be interested in, because it's not something that actually happens in real life. So yeah, that's why I think people are drawn to scary stuff. That's why I'm drawn to scary stuff. I would like to know if you guys are drawn to scary stuff. Thank you for letting me dress up and talk to this camera like an idiot. Even though I never dress up and go out, I like to dress up just for shits and giggles. So leave a like, leave a rating if you liked the video. That would be great. I have never made 2 videos in one day, and I thought it was a lot of fun. So if you guys ask me more questions, I will make more videos. That's how this thing works. Because without your questions, I have nothing to talk about. I have too many things brewing in my head. So ask me questions, please. Link to my Tumblr will be in the description below. Thank you guys a lot. And I am going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to let Mr. Rabbit, by the way, his name is Steve, if any of you guys want to know. He lives in my yard. He's my pet. I'm going to let Steve take us out. So Steve, please do the honors.